Have you ever stopped to reflect on how emotional attachment can be an anchor, keeping you stuck in a place where growth and freedom seem impossible? Imagine carrying invisible chains that limit your steps, suffocating your ability to move forward and explore new opportunities. These chains are often made of emotional attachments that we don't even realize are imprisoning us. The wisdom of ancient Stoic philosophers like Marcus Aurelius and Seneca teaches us that true power lies in learning to release these chains. Emotional detachment doesn't mean becoming cold or insensitive, but rather freeing yourself from the expectations and illusions we create around people and situations. It's about taking control of your own life, focusing on what truly matters and is within your control. Your thoughts, your actions, and your personal growth. Did you enjoy the content? Don't forget to leave a like, subscribe to the channel, and hit the notification bell so you don't miss any videos. And if you know someone who needs to hear this message, share it and recommend our channel. Let's work together to add value to everyone's life. Now I'm going to present 5 principles. The 5th one I think is the best of all. Lesson 1, Emotional Attachment and Freedom ***. Have you ever stopped to think about how emotional attachment can be an anchor, holding you in a place where growth and freedom become impossible? Imagine carrying heavy, invisible chains that limit your steps, suffocating your ability to move forward and explore new opportunities. These chains are made of attachments, emotional bonds that we often don't realize are imprisoning us. The wisdom of ancient Stoic philosophers like Marcus Aurelius and Seneca teaches us that true power lies in learning to release these chains. Emotional detachment is not about becoming cold or insensitive, but rather about freeing yourself from the expectations and illusions we create around people and situations. It's about taking control of your own life, focusing on what truly matters and what is within your control. Your thoughts, your actions, and your personal growth. When you are emotionally attached to someone or something, you lose the ability to live fully. Your mind becomes clouded, constantly focused on what you fear losing, creating a cycle of emotional dependence. You start seeking external validation, believing that your happiness is tied to someone's presence or the achievement of something specific. This type of attachment is one of the greatest obstacles to achieving true freedom. Breaking free from attachment is an act of courage. You must face the fear of the unknown, the uncertainty of letting go of what seems safe. But paradoxically, by releasing these bonds, you open yourself up to new possibilities, to a world of opportunities that were previously out of your reach. Detachment brings with it a lightness that allows you to walk with more confidence, focused on your own goals and values. The Stoics teach us to accept the impermanence of life. Everything is transient, people, feelings, situations. Instead of fighting against this reality, we should embrace it and learn to appreciate each moment without the need for possession or control. When you free yourself from the idea that you need to hold on to everything tightly, you discover true inner peace. Life ceases to be a battle against the inevitable and becomes a journey of growth and self-discovery. Emotionally detaching is, above all, an exercise in self-sufficiency. It is recognizing that your worth is not tied to anyone other than yourself. When you understand that happiness doesn't come from the outside, but from within, you begin to realize that detachment is not an act of loss, but of gain. You gain freedom, clarity, and a deeper connection with what truly matters. So, the next time you feel the weight of emotional attachment, remember the teachings of the Stoics. Let go of those chains and allow yourself to live fully and freely, guided by the serenity and wisdom of someone who understands that true freedom begins the moment you let go of what you can never control. Lesson 2. The illusion of social media ***. We live in an era where social media constantly bombards us with images of seemingly perfect lives. Every post appears to tell a story of unshakable happiness, endless success, and flawless moments. But this perception is largely a carefully crafted illusion. The danger lies in believing that these filtered lives represent reality, which leads to the fear of missing out, the fear that our lives aren't as good as others. This fear, fueled by social media, can trap us in an endless pursuit of happiness that doesn't truly exist. We start comparing our behind the scenes with the polished stage of others, and this comparison is profoundly unfair. What we see on social media is just a fraction of reality, a polished showcase that hides the imperfections, struggles, and challenges that everyone faces. Detaching from this false image of happiness is essential to living a fuller and more authentic life. When we stop focusing on what others are showing and start living our own lives, something magical happens. We find joy in the little things. Those moments that seem insignificant when compared to others' highlights are, in fact, the essence of true happiness. A quiet morning coffee, an honest conversation with a friend, a sunset viewed from your backyard. These are the experiences that bring genuine satisfaction. By freeing ourselves from the need to validate our happiness through others' approval, we begin to live according to our own values and desires. We come to understand that happiness is not a destination displayed in a profile picture, but a journey built day by day with simple, authentic, and deeply meaningful moments. Embracing this reality allows us to live more lightly and with focus, without the chains of fear and comparison. So instead of getting caught up in the illusion of social media, choose to live the present moment intensely. Value every moment, every achievement, and every little detail that makes your life unique and special. After all, true happiness isn't found in the perfect images we see, but in the real moments we live. Lesson 3. Understanding attachment and the ego *. Emotional attachment is often a direct result of the ego, that part of us constantly seeking external security and validation. It's as if the ego is always on high alert, trying to ensure that we are recognized, loved, and accepted by others. But this attachment actually binds us to a limited reality, where our worth seems to depend on the opinions of others, and where true happiness always feels out of reach. To truly detach and achieve emotional freedom, it's essential to understand that our worth cannot be determined by other people. Genuine happiness doesn't come from external achievements or the approval of others, but from a deep connection with our own essence. When we realize that the pursuit of external validation is a trap set by the ego, we begin to see the world more clearly and truthfully. What once seemed essential, the opinions of others, the need for acceptance, begins to lose its weight. The process of detachment involves a shift in perspective. Instead of seeking outside ourselves for confirmation of our worth, we start to cultivate it internally. It's a path that requires courage and self-awareness, but it brings immense rewards. When we stop clinging to the need for validation from others, we make room for true inner peace. This doesn't mean we stop caring about others or their opinions, but rather that we learn to give the proper weight to these influences without letting them dominate our lives. Recognizing that attachment is a manifestation of the ego allows us to take control of our emotions and our lives. By cultivating self-awareness and self-sufficiency, we discover that we are complete within ourselves, and that true happiness comes from within, not from outside. In this way, we free ourselves from the chains of attachment and find a freedom to be who we truly are without the limitations imposed by the ego. This is the path to a fuller life where peace and happiness are not influenced by external circumstances, but emanate from an unshakable inner source. Lesson 4. The power of letting go *. Letting go doesn't mean you stop caring, but rather that you give the right weight to things that are beyond your control. Letting go allows you to navigate life with confidence and explore new opportunities. Letting go is not synonymous with indifference or a lack of care. On the contrary, the true power of letting go lies in the ability to discern what really matters and to give the right weight to things that are beyond your control. Imagine holding onto a rope, trying to keep something that you believe is essential to your happiness. Sometimes we hold on so tightly that we forget that this very rope is hurting us, limiting us, and preventing us from moving forward. When you begin to understand the concept of letting go, you realize that freeing yourself from these bonds doesn't mean you stop caring, but rather that you are choosing where and how to direct your energy. Letting go is an art that teaches us how to navigate life with confidence, allowing new opportunities to appear on the horizon. By releasing what we cannot control, we make room for the new, the unexpected, and what is truly aligned with our essence. Stoicism teaches us that life is full of uncertainties and that trying to control everything is a losing battle. Instead of clinging to situations, people, or outcomes, we should focus on what is within our reach. Our actions, our reactions, and how we interpret events. It is through this lens that letting go becomes a powerful tool for living more fully and balanced. Letting go doesn't mean closing doors to the world, but rather opening windows to new perspectives. It's allowing yourself to explore new possibilities without the weight of unrealistic expectations. When we free ourselves from attachment, we begin to see life as it is, without filters or illusions. And it is in that moment that we discover true freedom, the kind that allows us to walk lightly and be open to everything life has to offer. Letting go, therefore, is an invitation to personal growth. It calls us to a journey of self-discovery and challenges us to trust the process, even when we cannot see the final outcome. By adopting this mindset, we begin to see that life is a vast ocean of possibilities and that by lifting unnecessary anchors, we are able to navigate with more courage and purpose. The power of letting go lies in recognizing that we don't need everything we think we need to be happy. Happiness is not found in controlling the uncontrollable, but in living authentically and in alignment with our deepest values. By letting go, we do not lose. Rather, we gain the chance to be truly free. Lesson 5. Self-sufficiency in personal growth *. The video emphasizes that true value comes from within and that detachment is a path to personal growth and emotional freedom. It's about focusing on what is within your control and cultivating a full and satisfying life. Often, we spend much of our lives seeking external validation, believing that our worth lies in the eyes of others. But true personal growth begins when we realize that self-sufficiency is the foundation of our inner strength. Letting go of these external needs doesn't mean you should isolate yourself or stop caring about others, but rather that you should start giving the right weight to things. When you recognize that your happiness and well-being depend primarily on you, you begin to walk a path of self-sufficiency and emotional freedom. This process of letting go is liberating. By focusing on what is within your reach, you learn to let go of what you cannot control. This not only reduces stress and anxiety, but also makes room for new opportunities, allowing you to explore your potential to the fullest. Personal growth arises from this ability to focus on what truly matters. Inner development. Imagine the freedom of no longer being a slave to the opinions of others or to outcomes beyond your control. By freeing yourself from external expectations, you become the author of your own story. You start investing in yourself, cultivating skills, values, and experiences that truly matter to your growth. This is where true fulfillment lies. Self-sufficiency, however, is not synonymous with isolation. On the contrary, by strengthening yourself internally, you become a better person for others, contributing more meaningfully to relationships and society. This is because when you are at peace with yourself, you can offer your best without expecting anything in return. This is the pinnacle of personal growth, living fully in harmony with your emotions and being ready to face any challenge with confidence and serenity. Cultivating this mindset is an ongoing process, but the rewards are priceless. By focusing on what is within your control and letting go of what is not, you begin to live more authentically, fully, and satisfactorily, building a life truly worth living. If you watched the whole video, thank you very much. Please subscribe to the channel and leave a like as a token of appreciation for our work.